Hi, I'm Kat, and this is our daily tarot. The opening card that we have for today is the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a cardinal earth energy associated with our life path and what we're angling toward as far as our direction and resources in our lives. And so this is at the forefront of the energy of what we're looking at today and what we're working with. And it's interesting because we're looking at how to be practical about what we're aiming for in life. At the same time, we're dealing with this challenge, which is taking review over like the fruits of our labor and where we've put our efforts and what's bore fruit and what hasn't. The Seven of Pentacles, which is our challenge for today, you can see this person is kind of looking at this bush that has these 6 pentacles on it, and there's a 7th pentacle in between there. 2 feet, which are wearing 2 different colored boots. And this is all about having, like, drawing something back for review and also having some kind of patience around something. And it could be challenging for us to have patience around something that we really want to see shift, but we don't have control over the situation. Now, the way we're going to get through the challenge is the Fool card. And the Fool card is understanding that changes and things happen. And all of us have actually been under a great amount of unexpected change over the last few years. And this is partially related to the planet that governs this card, which is Uranus. And Uranus is a planet that brings unexpected change to areas in our lives that we've overgrown and that have actually gotten in the way of us progressing in a new direction. And it's been difficult because it's been in this sign of Taurus, which is where we get our stability and our resources. And Uranus has been sitting in that sign astrologically and astronomically as well. And so it's been creating this energy of change wherever Taurus is sitting in our chart. So this showing up as a way of telling us to get how we're going to get through that change is to remember that we need to have the Fool's heart. We have to follow our heart when we are in times of change and follow our wishes, because when things are upset, we still need to engage and bring what we have into the world as much as possible. This relates to unexpected change, and so we have to remember to not beat ourselves up for things possibly not working out the way that we had put our efforts over the last couple of years, because some things have been literally out of our control. And so it brings us to that space of reminding ourselves that things are not necessarily in our control. There are a lot of those things in the world that are like that, and so we have to, or in our lives rather, that are like that. And so we have to learn how to shift with that and also bring our light into the world as much as we can and listen to the heart and what we're called to, because this card is also governed by Aleph, which is the breath of God. So consider that this is that ultimate energy of change that actually brings about the opportunity for us to realize our greatest becoming, quite literally. Now, the overall outcome that we have for today, I ended up pulling 2 cards because the first card can cause some concern in people's lives because it's the Three of Swords, which is a card of worry. And it's a reminder that where we put our attention mentally percolates into our emotional body and affects us emotionally. And it can also affect our point of view and how we actually engage in the world. Now, consider that this heart that is pierced by these 3 swords has this rainstorm around it. And it's important to consider that rainstorms pass, and sometimes storms come into our lives for us to redirect our sails and put our attention in a different place. So consider if you walk out of your door today and you think the sky is falling, like you embrace the personality of Chicken Little, you're going to engage in the world much differently than if you go out the door of your house or go, out the door of your bedroom into interacting with the world with a place of, I'm going to be called in whatever way to be engaged and to be in this form of exchange. And I want to bring my greatest light to that situation. I'm going to bring something through the storm because rainbows do show up through the storm. And I pulled a 5th card because, I didn't want to end on the worry card. I do want to remind people that where we put our attention can make or break our day. However, the card that I pulled out of that when I wanted some deeper guidance on the Three of Swords was this Cosmos card, which is the 21, or like the 21st, not the 21, the 21st Major Arcana, which is a card of completion and realization. And you can see this person in this picture, it's surrounded by bay laurel leaves, and they have the 4 fixed elemental symbols around them to remind you that the universe is actually lining up to support you to step into the path that you're here to walk. And you've been walking that path this whole time, and you've been gathering things along your way, and they're going to assimilate into something that is some way of completion. And this is reminding us that how we perceive possibility is going to shift how we place our energies in the world. If we just see ourselves as so small and powerless, we're not going to engage. But if we realize that even by smiling at our neighbor, or calling a friend or family member and showing up, can ultimately shift the energies. And when we shift the energies in ourselves and in our loved ones, we call on a different energy and frequency in life. So we're going through a lot of change right now, obviously, right? We just went through another eclipse, and this is engaging our own north and south node in our chart. So where you have your south node, which is where the eclipse just passed over, we're looking at what we need to let go of and what is no longer serving our path in becoming. And in that way, we also open up the possibility to look at what we do want to call into our path and what we do want to put our energy and effort to. And I encourage you to visualize it, because we just went through a new moon. We're going to start having the crescent moon phase, which is when things start growing. So it's a really important and crucial time to plant that seed of what you intend to bring into your life and what you want to grow in your life. So with that, I send you so much love and remind you to re-angle your direction of your attention if you fall, like if your attention falls, just lift it up and put it towards something else. I send you so much love today and a good wish to get you through the day. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.